Dear learners, welcome to the Certificate in German Language program offered by the School of Foreign Languages, Indira Gandhi National Open University through ODL mode. Dear learners, in today's session, we are going to discuss vague questions, but before starting with today's session, let's quickly recap what all we did in the previous sessions. In the previous session, we learned some basic greeting words in German and how to introduce oneself in German. Would you like to revise them? Let's quickly go through these words. So, how do we say good morning in German? It's simple, Guten Morgen, then Guten Tag, that is good afternoon or hello, Guten Abend, good evening, and Gute Nacht, good night. I'll repeat it once again, Guten Morgen, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Gute Nacht. Once again, Guten Morgen, good morning, Guten Tag, good afternoon, or also serves as hello, Guten Abend, good evening, and Gute Nacht, good night. Now, let's see how to introduce oneself in German. You can simply start with your name and then follow up with the other things. Let's see how to go with this. Ich bin Prashali or Ich heiße Prashali. Ich komme aus Dehradun. Ich wohne in Deutschland. Ich bin 30 Jahre alt. Ich lerne Deutsch. Have you understood these people? It basically talks about the name, then the place of origin, the place of your residence, your age, and what are you learning or what do you do. Obviously, a lot more information can be added to this, but to begin with, these were the basic sentences. Now, let's go ahead with today's session. As said earlier, in today's session, we are going to discuss some W Fragen. So, dear learners, can you think of some questions in German? Maybe yes or maybe not, but if you are trying to think hard, then please recall the previous session and you will certainly get some options. So, some of the questions can be, wie heißen Sie, woher kommen Sie, wo wohnen Sie, was sind Sie von Beruf, was machen Sie? Are you able to understand these questions? I think yes. Let me go through them once again. Wie heißen Sie? Ich heiße Prashali. Woher kommen Sie? Where do you come from? Wo wohnen Sie? Where do you live? Was sind Sie von Beruf? What's your profession? What do you do? And was machen Sie? What are you doing? So, there are ways of answering these questions. You can simply start with your name. Wie heißen Sie? Ich heiße Prashali. Woher kommen Sie? Ich komme aus Dehradun. Wo wohnen Sie? Ich wohne in Deutschland. Was machen Sie? Ich lerne Deutsch. Was sind Sie von Beruf? Ich bin Lehrerin. These answers can vary from person to person, but eventually you have to tell your name, place of stay, place of origin, your occupation of work, and what do you do? What are you learning? People, now let me ask you one question. Kindly have a look at these questions carefully, the one that I just spoke out, and see if there is something common in all these sentences. Please go through the questions once again. Wie heißen Sie? Woher kommen Sie? Wo wohnen Sie? Was sind Sie von Beruf? Was machen Sie? Did you get the common aspect in all these 5 questions? Yes, you are thinking in the right direction. All these questions start with W, and people, that's why this is called as W Fragen. W Fragen is nothing but questions starting with W, that's W. So, the question that we have in all these are, in the first one it's wie, in the second one it's woher, in question third it's again wo, in question number 4th was, and question number 5th again was. W Fragen is nothing but questions starting with the alphabet W, that is W in German. Okay people, so these were some of the questions that were already known to you because we did them in the previous session. Now let's think of some other examples. Was sagen Sie? Wie alt sind Sie? Was lesen Sie? Warum lachen Sie? Wie finden Sie Deutsch? Warum lernen Sie Deutsch? These are some of the new questions. Let me repeat these questions once again. Was sagen Sie? Wie alt sind Sie? Was lesen Sie? Warum lachen Sie? Wie finden Sie Deutsch? Warum lernen Sie Deutsch? People, once again you can see that the common aspect in all these questions is was, wie, warum, wie again because they are W Fragen. So, we know the questions, let's see how to answer these questions. Was sagen Sie? There can be several ways of answering this. One simple sentence can be, ich sage guten Morgen. I'll repeat once again for you. Was sagen Sie? Ich sage guten Morgen. Dear friends, the sentence simply means that I say good morning or I am saying good morning. In German, the present tense and the present continuous, it's same. So, it can function for both. Once again, was sagen Sie? Ich sage guten Morgen. What are you saying? I am saying good morning. What do you say? I say good morning. Let's look at the second question. Wie alt sind Sie? Wie alt sind Sie simply refers to how old are you or what's your age. You can answer this question according to your condition. One statement can be, ich bin 10 Jahre alt. Again I'll repeat for you, ich bin 10 Jahre alt. Dear friends, 10 refers to 10. As I said earlier, you can replace the number according to your condition. So, one example can be 10 or you can say any other number that you think you can fit in here. So, wie alt sind Sie? Ich bin 10 Jahre alt. How old are you? I am 10 years old. Let's see the next question, dear friends. Was lesen Sie? Well, I know this is a new term for you. Here we come across a new verb, lesen. Dear friends, lesen in German means to read. So, was lesen Sie? Again, there are several ways of answering it, but the one listed here, ich lese eine interessante Geschichte. Noch einmal, once again for you all, ich lese eine interessante Geschichte, which simply means that I read an interesting story or I am reading an interesting story. Was lesen Sie? Ich lese eine interessante Geschichte. What are you reading? I am reading an interesting story. Let's have a look at the next question, dear friends. Warum lachen Sie? Lachen means to laugh. Why are you laughing? The simple answer listed here is, ich finde das lustig, which means I find it funny or I find that funny. Dear friends, das in German refers to both this and that. So, depending upon the condition, it can refer to the specific thing. So, warum lachen Sie? Answer, ich finde das lustig. Why are you laughing? I find it funny or I find that funny. Dear friends, please remember das refers to both this or that in German. Let's have a look at the next question. Wie finden Sie Deutsch? I'll repeat once again for you. Wie finden Sie Deutsch? I'm sure you know this question because we did it in the previous session. So, how do you find German? Depending on your case, you can answer, but the one option that we have here is, ich finde Deutsch interessant. I'll repeat once again. Ich finde Deutsch interessant. Now, are you wondering what does interessant mean? Well, you are right. This word is very similar to the word that we have in English, that is interesting. So, you are right. If you are thinking this interessant perhaps means interesting, yes, you are perfectly right. Interessant means interesting. So, wie finden Sie Deutsch? How do you find German? The answer listed here is, ich finde Deutsch interessant. I find German interesting. You can replace adjective interessant here with any adjective that you feel like filling here. For example, if you want to say that German is easy, you can simply say, ich finde Deutsch einfach. The word for easy in German is einfach. So, wie finden Sie Deutsch? Ich finde Deutsch einfach. Or just in case you want to see that you find German boring, you can say langweilig. Wie finden Sie Deutsch? Ich finde Deutsch langweilig. The remaining sentence will remain same. You just need to change the adjective according to your case and desire. So, ich finde Deutsch interessant. I find German interesting. Ich finde Deutsch einfach. I find German easy. Ich finde Deutsch langweilig. I find German boring. But I don't think you will say that you find German boring. It's really interesting. Now let's have a look at the next question. Warum lernen Sie Deutsch? I'll repeat once again. Warum lernen Sie Deutsch? It simply means, why are you learning German? So the answer could be, ich lerne Deutsch für meine Karriere. Well, of course, you can give several responses to this, but one general response could be, ich lerne Deutsch für meine Karriere. Again, the word Karriere is very similar to the English word that is career, and yes, Karriere simply means career. So, warum lernen Sie Deutsch? Why are you learning German? One answer could be, ich lerne Deutsch für meine Karriere. I am learning German for my career. Dear friends, have you also thought of this, that why are you learning German? Maybe yes. If not, then do really think about it, because you will always encounter this question, that why are you learning German? And yes, of course, it gives you a lot of job related options, and therefore you can definitely go ahead with that. So let's quickly see these question and answers once again. Was sagen Sie? What do you say, or what are you saying? Ich sage guten Morgen. I say good morning. Let's see the second question now. Wie alt sind Sie? How old are you? The answer could be, ich bin 10 Jahre alt. I am 10-year-old. You can change the number 10 with any other number that you feel like. It could be 15. So in that case, the sentence will be, ich bin 15 Jahre alt. Supposedly you want to say that I am 22 years old. In that case, you can say, ich bin 22 Jahre alt. Dear friends, don't worry. In coming sessions, we are also going to deal with the numbers. So there we will discuss all that in detail. But as of now, let's get back to this. So, wie alt sind Sie? Ich bin 10 Jahre alt. How old are you? I am 10 years old. Let's see the next question. Was lesen Sie? What are you reading? Ich lese eine interessante Geschichte. I am reading an interesting story. Next, warum lachen Sie? Why are you laughing? Answer, ich finde das lustig. I find it funny. Dear friends, lustig is an adjective which means something which is funny, humorous. So, warum lachen Sie? Why are you laughing? Answer, ich finde das lustig. I find it funny. Let's have a look at the next question. Wie finden Sie Deutsch? How do you find German? Well, you can give the answer as you feel like. One option can be, ich finde Deutsch interessant. I find German interesting. And just in case you want to say very interesting, you can simply add sehr. Ich finde Deutsch sehr interessant. Let's have a look at the last question here. Warum lernen Sie Deutsch? Why are you learning German? A very important question for all the German learners out there. So the answer can be, ich lerne Deutsch für meine Karriere. I am learning German for my career. Ich lerne Deutsch für meine Karriere. So dear friends, we saw some examples of W Fragen. So let's do a simple exercise of match the following. So as you can see on your screen, was passt zusammen? So you have two sections. In one case, you have some sentences, and then in other again some related options. So I'll quickly read them for you. Wie alt ist Peter? Wie finden Sie Hindi? Wo wohnen Sie? Woher kommt Anna? Warum lachen Sie? In the second set we have, Anna kommt aus Spanien, in Frankfurt. Peter ist 9 Jahre alt. Das ist sehr lustig. Einfach. Can you try matching these two sets? I'm sure you can. So please give it a try. Okay people, so let's see the answers now. So, wie alt ist Peter? Peter ist 9 Jahre alt. How old is Peter? Peter is 9 years old. Let's see the second one. Wie finden Sie Hindi? Can you remember a question similar to this? Yes, you are right. That was, wie finden Sie Deutsch? How do you find German? In a similar context, here we have the sentence, wie finden Sie Hindi? How do you find Hindi? And the answer is einfach. I find Hindi einfach, that is easy. Let's see the next one. Wo wohnen Sie? Well, out of all the given options in the second set, I am sure you know which one will match with this. Yes, you are right. It is in Frankfurt. Where do you live? In Frankfurt. Dear friends, Frankfurt is a place in Germany, and yes, a very beautiful place. Maybe you would like to visit it soon. So, wo wohnen Sie? In Frankfurt. Let's see the next sentence. Woher kommt Anna? Do you remember this sentence, or let's say this question? Yes, we did it in the very first session. So, where are you from? The answer is Anna kommt aus Spanien. Let me repeat once again. Woher kommt Anna? Anna kommt aus Spanien. So, Anna comes from Spain, or you can simply say Anna is from Spain. Let's see the last one. Warum lachen Sie? Why are you laughing? The answer can be Das ist sehr lustig. This is very funny, or that is very funny. People, you have to match the questions according to the related answers, and since we have a limited choice here, it's not that difficult or that complicated. And as we have already covered this topic, it's basically just a revision and nothing else. So, that's all for this session. In next session, we are going to learn some German vocabulary. So, till then, take care of yourself and see you all in next session. Auf Wiedersehen!